Just recording the perfect leveling job here. We have the ZF5. This will be on YouTube, maybe.
What's going on, boat guy?
We have the ZF5 rebuilt. Alex is about to take it home from the shop. Alex, stand on the tailgate. Ever so slightly. Nathan, push. Look at that. Talk about perfect loading bay. Drop her down. Yeah. Alright, Alex is going to take that home and hopefully go into the truck. Alright, well, it looks like today's the day. Alex got the transmission home. We have the truck on jack stands. We have the transmission transfer case bolted up. Alex finished rebuilding it the other day. Put all new gaskets, put the new bearings on, and hopefully this thing will work. Also just picked up like $100 worth of fluid and oil change stuff. For some reason, they're saying the manual transmission takes ATF and that the transfer case also takes ATF. This is very surprising to all of us. The guy at O'Reilly's was very, very surprised. But we're about to try to jack this thing up and try to get it into position. Alex is doing that now. We got the engine hoist ready to go. I'll probably turn it back on if we get anything memorable or we break it off. Alright. It is all jacked up, or ready to be jacked up. By the way, this is a great little trick for doing transmissions. We've already done it once. Is put the engine hoist through the cab, through the hole where the transmission goes, where the shifter is, and then jack the thing up. He just dropped my rims. Alex, was it at least the bad one?
No, the bad one was on the bottom.
Damn it, Alex. Great. I'm on engine hoist duty. Alex is down here, jacking the transmission into the right spot. You can see we have one on the transfer case, switching one on the transmission mount itself. And we're trying to get it into the last position here. Alex, you have a few wires ducking down from the inside the cab into the transmission tunnel.
Okay. Well,
you may be able to get it better than I could. As you can see, the shifter is just rising through. I'm almost touching the ceiling. I'm sort of touching the visor. But transmission install is going rather well for right now. Hopefully we can get it bolted in tonight. Doubt we'll get it running. Alright, we are literally so close. We have the input shaft just barely touching the clutch. I mean, we're trying to get it in. That thing is literally a ½ an inch away from the windshield, touching the door. So that's as far as that one can go. Hopefully we can have this thing slid into place soon. I told Alex to take a breather before he got too frustrated and started throwing things and breaking stuff. So, here he comes. We're going to try another round at it. Keep you updated. Sit rep. After about, I don't know, 30 minutes, 45 minutes of wrestling with it, we finally got the input shaft and clutch to align. Alex is now climbing through to try to get some of the bolts started. Stop dropping things. Jeez. Alright, it's been a few hours of working on this thing. We have the transmission in with 4 bolts holding it onto the engine block out of 6, so that's pretty good. We're trying to get the cross member in at least so we can start wrapping it up for the night. It's starting to get dark, and even though it was a really nice warm day in Maine, it's still January 11th and it's still very cold. So the sun's.
I've been crawling around on ice.
Yeah, Alex is on ice. It's, you know, it's the sun went down. It's getting cold out, so we're trying to get this thing buttoned up. We have this cool little light that our grandmother gave us for Christmas. It's like magnetic and LEDs, and you just hit the button and it sticks to the bottom of the floor. And Alex is working on it now, so we're trying to get the cross member in. Hopefully, we can get that finished up, and hopefully, I have enough footage that I can do a video on this stuff. But you know, it's making some progress. It's been a little while. I mean, well, we bought it almost 2 months ago. Not even.
Oops, I hit the dash.
So, what are you pulling out the engine hoist, Alex?
Yeah.
Is a cross member in or no? No, it's not.
Cross member's not in. Engine hoist is in the way.
Ah, that's right. Engine hoist is in there. But hopefully, I get another video in tonight. Maybe we'll see one tomorrow. We'll see. Alright, so it's the next morning. We had to stop because the temperature dropped quickly. And it got dark, and I'm starting to get all wet from the dew and all that stuff. We have the transmission with 4 bolts in, and we have the cross member not in yet. We have it under a jack. We really wanted that cross member in, but hopefully, I'm going off to work. Alex is going to stay here, and hopefully he'll get the transmission all buttoned up and get the fluids changed, and hopefully we'll have this thing almost ready to start rolling, because we'd really want it to be able to be plowed with for February and then possibly sell it, because that's when I think we're expecting the most snow here in Maine. So I did buy a plow for my buddy Mike. He's also on YouTube. He always watches all my stuff. It's a shitty plow and he knows it, but yeah. I bought it just so I could have a plow in the truck. I didn't want anything fancy or special. So Dylan hates it. Mike understood what I wanted, and I got what I wanted. So perfect. Happy with it. It's a little 7.5 foot Fisher Speedcast. I need to replace one hydraulic line, which I already have. That'll go on the truck soon. Hopefully I can paint it. But yeah, that's our quick little update before I head off to work. Hopefully we'll get this thing moving soon. That'll be another fun video. And I'll edit this probably pretty soon. Hopefully after Alex has it put back together. Alright. Alright. This is the corner headlight I got from Mike, the guy who's got me the plow. I had to glue it back together just because it fell apart. And I literally just cocked all the seams. It just looks like crap. But hopefully it'll keep the water out so I can put it back on the headlight and put it back in the truck. So yeah, I'm at my father's shop. We make fly fishing equipment. And he's lucky enough to let me put all my junk in his shop. I mean, up there is my Saab 92X new front bumper that we're gluing back together. Over here, transmission for the Mustang. And over there is the engine for the Mustang. So, cool little machine shop. This is where we bring a lot of our crap. This is where we rebuilt the transmission. It's right here on this bench. You can see all the tools and the pullers. So here, maybe one of the old synchros. Alright, I had to switch to my big camera. Don't know how to make the flash come on, but we finished bleeding the clutch, and Alex is going to try to jump in and start it. For some reason, he's having a hard time focusing. Alright, this is on a fresh rebuilt engine or transmission. Huh? On a fresh rebuilt transmission, this may backfire horribly and just a grenade transmission. It's in neutral. Brake lights come on. Let it warm up. No, let it warm up. Hasn't been started in probably a year. That was first try. First try. Remember, you have a bunch of shit on the back. Go ahead, Alex. It's off the ramps. It's moving. Watch the excursion. There's no headlights on this, by the way. See if it moves forward. It moves forward. You can't see much. Again, you can't see shit right now, but it's really, really cool that we have this thing running.
I need my light. I'm looking at
It's still pretty, it's almost quieter than the F-150. There's probably water dripping off the bed.
You shut the plow lights, right?
One of them.
So we can still turn that on.
We can turn that one on. I think that's what you might be doing. That's brake lights. Is there one on? No, they're both on. I see the light. One plow light. We have to wire up the other one. Has that power steering whine too. Well, that's pretty damn cool.
I'm moving my excursion so you can put it, it's burning something.
I don't know what. Alex, don't burn it down. Guess what's running and moving with only one flat light on it? That's right. She moves, at least in first and reverse.